Audiobooks 101, Part 3 Recording. Location, location, location. Too long didn't read. I use a mic built from a microphone-parts.com kit, a PreSonus Studio 26C interface, PreSonus Studio One DAW, and iZotope RX for processing. But before you go out and buy all that to record with, let's talk about concepts and nuances in recording. And before we even get to using a mic, let's talk about where you will be recording. The recording space is arguably the most important technical consideration. Noisy, poorly treated spaces will introduce distracting levels of noise, echo, or boxiness that are all very difficult, if not impossible, to remove later. A high-quality, expensive microphone in a poor space will sound awful. On the other hand, even a cheap mic in a well-treated space will produce acceptable audio. Two concepts you need to understand are soundproofing and sound treatment, and the difference between them. Soundproofing is eliminating sound from outside your recording space. Sound treatment is about controlling how sound echoes and reverberates inside your recording space. True soundproofing is expensive. If money is no object, drop several $1,000s on a whisper room or a Studio Blocks vocal booth. These will isolate you from most environmental noise. If you have less money, you can try building some sort of soundproof booth yourself. However, this can still be a deep rabbit hole and a money sink. Soundproofing is hard. The option that's usually most viable for beginners is to find a space away from exterior windows and walls and then record at times when outside noise is minimal. Again, soundproofing is difficult and costly. Sound treatment, on the other hand, is a bit easier. It's a matter of using soft, sound-disrupting materials to deaden echoes. The good news is, most of us have a pre-treated space. One of the best places to make your first recordings is in a closet that is still full of clothes. If this closet is in the basement or an interior room, so much the better. The clothes in the closet are all the sound treatment needed. They absorb echoes and reverb, but not so much the recording sounds dead. If you don't have such a closet, using PVC pipe for frame and some cheap moving blankets will also make a nicely treated space, or simply hang moving blankets around the walls of the room you want to record in. As always, sound treatment solutions can be purchased, and if you plan to make audio recording a regular thing, investment in good quality materials will be worth it. But try the DIY methods first. Don't break the bank until it becomes a realistic business investment. Once you've chosen and set up your recording space, next you'll need a microphone. There are many types of microphone, but the most common type used in vocal recording are condenser mics. I would recommend starting with one with a built-in USB connection. Get started very cheaply with a Fifine USB mic. A link is below. The one linked here is only $45 at the time of writing and includes a pop filter and a stand to boot. It's not the greatest mic, but it is good enough to get you started. A slight step up in quality and still reasonably priced is the Audio-Technica AT2020 USB-X at around $150. USB mics eliminate the need for an interface and thus another source of expense. Yeti is another popular brand of USB mic. You can eventually invest as much as you want in a mic, but there's definitely a diminishing return. Mine cost around $300 to build, and today you can buy the same mic pre-built for a little over $400 from Roswell Audio. When you have a very, very good recording space, feel free to move up to a Neumann TLM 103, a mere $1,200. Just remember, the better and more sensitive your mic, the more it will reveal deficiencies in your recording space. Spend money on your recording space first. Whatever mic you end up with, you will also need a stand or boom to hold the mic at mouth level, about 6 inches away from your mouth, just off axis, that is, slightly to the side. Too close and you'll get too much mouth and body noise. Too far away and the room noise will take over. Once you have your mic positioned about where you think it should be, make a hang 10 with your hand. Put the thumb on your lips. The pinky should be touching the mesh of the microphone if the distance is right. The next thing you'll need is a DAW, or Digital Audio Workstation, a fancy way of saying recording software. Audacity is free and the best place to start. There are loads of videos on YouTube about using Audacity to record audiobooks. Once you're ready to move up in the world, Adobe Audition is a popular choice. I use PreSonus Studio One, largely due to the training from audio engineer Don Barnes. I highly recommend him if you want to go this route. He has online training that is reasonably priced and very good. Unlike many audio engineers, his focus is on voiceover. Both his wife and son are pro VOs. Whatever route you choose, you'll need to set the levels and learn to record and edit. If this seems vague, it is. But how you need to go about it will vary by what combination of gear you have. YouTube is your friend here. For members of the dojo, I am willing to hop on Zoom to either show folks around my system or look at yours and provide advice. Don't be afraid to just plug the mic in and play. Record something. Record many things. Learning the theory is good, but like writing, you won't really know how to do it until you put in the time and do it. As always, questions or comments below, all discussion is welcome. Until next time, keep your voice healthy and check your levels.